Hello YouTube, I'm going to be making a new Lee Sin guide for Season 6. This is patch 5.22 right now. Lee Sin is a very strong jungler at the moment because games are ending early, and Lee Sin is a very early game jungler. This is a guide that's going to be covering the build, or what you should build if you're in low elo, like gold and below. So if you're in high elo, you might disagree with some of these things, but this is the way to get to gold quickly and gain free elo. Okay, let's start right with the starting items. We're gonna start with the refillable potion, which is a new item and the new hunter's machete. The reason you start with refillable potion instead of regular potions is because refillable potion is only 100 gold, and 2 potions are 100 gold. But refillable potion counts as 2 potions. So, but refillable potion you can refill it every time you go to the base, so you're gonna save a lot of money in gold this way. And it's like looks cool and stuff, and it's new, so use it. And the second item is Hunter's Machete, which got updated. So the new one, it does magic damage on hit, which it doesn't right now because it's bugged, but it will do when they fix it. And it also has some lifesteal on it. And the other choice is Hunter's Talisman, and that just gives you mana regen, which Lisa doesn't even use mana, but actually works on energy too, but that's still bad for him. So start with Hunter's Machete. It didn't just just clear the jungle. You should probably know how to clear it. You use 2 auto attacks per ability, so you can use your passive. Okay, once you go back, the thing you want to do is you want to be thinking about what jungle enchantment you're going to buy. Now there are 3 enchantments in Season 6: the Stalker's Blade, the Tracker's Knife, which is new, and Skirmisher's Saber. Now for Lee Sin, I personally go for Tracker's Knife because I like making plays, ward hopping, escapes, vision, all that. But you can also go Stalker's Blade if you want to gank a lot, or if you have trouble ganking, or can't hit your Q or something. Or you can go Skirmisher's Saber if you're invading your jungle, or just trying to fight people. But I would say you get to go Tracker's Knife. And what all the items give you is they give you an empowered Hunter's Machete, so it gives you more lifesteal, and I think Spell Vamp in the jungle, and it gives you jungle experience, bonus jungle experience when you kill a monster. And it should be stated that the Tracker's Knife only has 2 words on it, but it's still really good. Okay, after you have enough money to get a jungle enchantment, the enchantment you want to get is Warrior. Always, so just always get it. Never ever get it Cinder Hulk, it's just terrible on Lee Sin. Tanks are super weak right now, and in Season 5, it was bad. Season 6 is just trash. So do not get it. Get the Warrior, it gives you 60 attack damage with cooldown reduction, so you can have a strong early game, do tons of damage, and the way you carry games is with damage and split pushing and stuff. So go for Warrior. Okay, the next thing I'm going to be talking about are boots. Now, you usually want to get the first boots as soon as really quickly, because it's they give you move speed and stuff. But upgrading your boots can be difficult if you don't know what to do. So I just made a quick guide here. You want to go boots of mobility. They give you 120 movement speed. If you're really ahead and think you can close out the game, because they're good for ganking, roaming. But they're kind of bad if you're in combat since you don't have as much speed as the others. The second one are mobility boots. These give you 65 move speed, and they make you take less from slows. I don't really recommend this, but you can go it if you want to. Kind of fun build. Now the third one is lucidity boots. They give you cooldown reduction on your summoner spells, which is really strong. So that means more flashes. More flashes means LTS big plays. I recommend taking these if you're good at Lee Sin. If you're not, we can keep going. And then there are Merc Boots, or Mercury Treads. They give you magic resist and tenacity. These got nerfed pretty hard, and magic damage champions are no longer very good, so you're probably not going to get these much. And now we have Ninja Tabi, which give you armor, and they reduce the power of auto attacks. These are actually pretty good right now, since 80 carries do lots of damage. and it blocks a lot of 80 carry damage. So if you don't know what to do, just buy these. They're pretty good. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna be talking about is Sightstone. Now, like in the LCS, if you watch LCS, or like Pro Scene, Pro Builds, whatever, all that stuff, you're gonna see Sightstone in there. In Season 5, it gave you 4 wards. Okay, so the reason people used to get it is because it gave you like a lot of wards. You can do ward hops, you can ward a lot. It gave you 4 wards. But now they nerfed it a lot. So now it only gives you 3 wards instead of 4. And because of Tracker's Knife, you'll never have to get it again anymore. So you can just get Tracker's Knife. There's only a 1 ward difference, but it takes up an entire item space, and Sightstone gives you no damage, gives you small amounts of health. To upgrade to it, it got nerfed too. Actually, it got buffed, but it's still garbage. So, actually they removed the ward, yeah, they nerfed it. So, what you never want to get Sightstone ever again. At least in Season 6. Let's move on to offensive options. Now, you want to be getting a lot of damage on Lee Sin now, since you don't really need a tank as much as in Season 5. You want to be a little bit tanky, but like not like a tank in the old Lee Sin. So you want to pick like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 of these options here. So the first one is Ravenous Hydra. This is going to be a really core item on Lee Sin now. It gives you lifesteal, AoE damage, and just a lot of damage on it. Next one, Black Cleaver is also going to be pretty core on him. It shreds armor and gives you the Phage passive, which makes you go a little bit faster. Yomu's Ghostblade is actually a viable item now, since they removed the critical strike and upped the damage. So it's pretty good. It gives you bonus armor penetration, armor pen as well, which is really strong right now. Because only 2 items give it. Trinity Force, I have it on here, but you really don't want to get this. But unless you like really just want to try and go for one shot, because you can one shot with it. Because it has a high burst. But it's like not the best item to get on Lee Sin now. Frozen Mallets up here, it's kind of okay, mediocre item, but still, if you, it has its niche. Belt Issues on here, it gives you a lot of damage, a lot of healing. It's good for full AD, or if you just like want to go kind of tanky, because you can get a lot of like healing now from the new mastery system. The next one is Mauve Malmortius, which now the new one's really good. It gives you lifesteal. Well, the first it gives you magic resist and attack damage and armor penetration, which is already really good. It then gives you bonus lifesteal onto it when through its passive, and it gives you like which is really strong passive. Might get nerfed. I have a Last Whisper on here now, but this is like really situational item now, because it's just not that good anymore, because it gives bonus armor instead of flat armor penetration. There's also another new item named Death Stance, 65 attack damage, 10% cooldown reduction. It heals you for 12% of all your physical damage that's been doing, and it stores 12% of your damage, and then it does your damage over time. So what it does, it lowers your burst, keeps your overall damage the same, and it gives you a heal. There's also the reworked Elixir Rat, gives you 30 flat attack damage, and heal for 15% of your damage dealt, which is like kind of the same as that stance. And it no longer refreshes, but still, you still want to get this item. So now we have the defensive options. Keep in mind you only want to be getting 1 or 2 of these, since damage is going to be your #1 priority when you're carrying low elo. Let's move on to the first item, which it does damage. So Titanic Hydra gives you health, damage, but Ravenous Hydra is still going to be better. The second item we have is Steric's Cage, which gives you some health, low damage, and it gives you a thing that increases your size and gives you a shield. You're not going to be stacking health, so there's really no point in buying this item. But you can still buy it if you want to go for tank Lee Sin, which is really bad, but you can still do it. The next item is Randuin's Omen, which is probably going to be one of the good items on this list that you really want to be getting in the meta, but what it does, it gives you health and armor, and it gives you a critical damage defense. So it's going to be reducing a lot of damage from 80 carries, which are really strong right now. The next item is Dead Man's Plate, which has always been a really strong item, and it still is pretty good. What it does, it gives you health, a lot of health, a lot of armor, and it gives you a passive that lets you move really fast. and it also gives you like a little bit damage on your auto attacks. And then we have the Elixir of Iron, which gives you 300 health, which is just a little bit, and increases your size. You want to be going for the Elixir of the damage, but you can still go for this if you want to. Then we have Thornmail. Now, this is not a tank, but I'm gonna put this on here because ADC. There's a lot of ADCs that are auto attacking right now. It's gonna be reflecting tons of damage, possibly more than like buying an item meant for damage. And then the next item we have is Locket of Dion Solari. It did get nerfed, unfortunately. It used to be really good, but you're really not going to be buying this item anymore since the enemy team is not going to be having a lot of ability power champions due to the fact that ability power champions kind of suck. Now the next item is Spirit Visage. It gives you an increased healing and magic resist. Now I think this is actually a semi-viable option, but the enemy team really is not going to be having that much ability power unless they're like mid gets fed or something. Then we have Banshee's Veil, which has always been good. It's good for like not getting caught out. What it does, it gives you a shield that blocks an ability and also gives you some magic resist and health. And finally, but not least, we have Guardian Angel, which gives you armor and magic resist. And it has an active that revives you if you die. So these are all like items that you can go if you want to go like tank Lee Sin. Keep in mind, I don't highly recommend not going tank Lee Sin. I recommend going damage. So you only want to be picking up. So this here is just a build I like use a lot on Lee Sin now. I usually don't even. I mean, I put six items here, but you're usually gonna end the game before that since the games are going really quickly. So I save the defensive for last unless I'm behind. So key points in this are like tons of damage. You can carry with damage. Lee Sin strong early game. The games close early, so it's gonna be very strong even if you're not that good at him. But that being said, make sure you can ward hop, because that's pretty much, if you can't ward hop, do not go for trackers. That's it. And also feel free to switch out your warding totem for a sweeping lens. You can keep the totem though because it gives you more wards. But late game, if it gets to late game, you probably should switch it out. So if in case you didn't understand what I'm just saying, just copy this build and you'll be fine. Okay guys, that was my guide for Lee Sin Season 6 build, and like a little bit of gameplay to it. If you liked it, please like, subscribe, and comment. Also, this is my first guide, so try and put a comment in, telling me how I can make it better.